Have you ever had an itch, like a mosquito bites you on your arm and it itches? And then you itch the itch even more and it gets worse, it gets even itchier. And then you itch it even more and you get really, really frustrated. Well, that's a simple analogy, but oftentimes we have bad habits like sleeping in or eating food too much. And we know we shouldn't do these habits, but we keep on itching them. We keep on scratching that itch, and it just gets worse and worse. We know we shouldn't scratch, but we keep on doing our bad habit. And the most frustrating thing about this, and why this can be incredibly stressful, is the fact that you know you shouldn't do it, but you keep doing it. And it's this weird split where the one part of you is hating the fact that you keep eating, that you keep sleeping in, that you keep watching TV, and the other part of you keeps on doing it. And so maybe the first part of you goes online, you might research various self-help articles, you might try to scan through videos to see, how do you get more sleep? How do I get more stress out, less stress in my life? How do I stop emotional eating? How do I stop binge eating? And so you're like trying to solve this problem. You know it's a problem, but it's like as soon as you even try to search through the list of results, you just skip over it. You don't even care. So there's this split. And so today what we're doing is we're talking about this split, how it's incredibly stressful, and what to do when you're stressed out because you can't change your habits. And it's like you're trapped. And so today we're talking about how to start shifting this cycle. And the first thing I want to start off with is by saying changing your habits is tough. If you look around human history, from the ancient Greeks to the modern day society, for thousands of years, people have struggled with bad habits. It's tough. So if it's really, really tough, then we need to be nice to ourselves. This is the first step that I believe is so crucial. And I'll go on to explain why. But we have to realize that kindness and curiosity and warmth and love and gentleness is the path forward. This is one of the key things. I say this because when you do a bad habit, you beat yourself up. You sleep in, you say, God, I always sleep in, I suck, I can't change my habits, here I am again. You're worthless. Oftentimes, we are our own worst critic. We criticize ourselves. And this is the thing we need to be more careful about. This is the first step. I'll tell you why later on. There's several pieces. This is the first step of 3 that I'm going to be talking about. We think we've been trained in our society that beating yourself up, calling yourself bad, you suck, you're not good enough. We think that will change our behavior. Like if you tell, like it's almost like you're going to school, and let's say you take a math test, and then you fail the math test, and then the teacher says to you, "You're dumb. You're so dumb, you need to work harder so that you pass the test next time." And doesn't a part of you kind of think that's the right thing to say? Like, yeah, you should call children dumb because they need to know they're stupid so that way they can improve. It actually doesn't work that way. If you call a kid dumb, he's not going to try hard. He or she is not going to try hard. The kid is going to try. He's going to think he's dumb, so why bother to study? He's dumb, So he's going to fail the test even if he studies. So why study? He's dumb, and so he doesn't study, and then he gets called dumb again. And so oftentimes we fail, we sleep in, we overeat, and we call ourselves dumb. And we might think that's the right way to speak to ourselves, but it's not. Here, let me just prove it to you. How many times have you called yourself dumb? Has your behavior changed? It hasn't. Calling yourself dumb, being hard on yourself, it doesn't change your behavior. So you need to have a real fundamental stance that you are going to be nice to yourself. You're going to be nice to yourself. When you sleep in, you're going to have an attitude of curiosity. And this brings me to my next point. Curiosity is the opposite mindset. So our first mindset, the one that we don't want, is this criticalness. If we beat ourselves up, we aren't going to change our behavior. So we want to have a curious, kind mindset. And this curiosity, so the curiosity is step one. The mindset, what are you being curious about? You want to study your habits. There's 3 parts of a habit: cue, routine, reward. Extremely useful, very, very useful to study your habits. Now, can you study your habits if you're beating yourself up? No. If you're beating yourself up, you're not going to study for your habits. I remember the kid in the math test. When he is called dumb and when he believes he's dumb, he no longer studies, because why study if you're going to fail? So we need to be nice to ourselves. We can't beat ourselves up. No name calling. You got it, and this is where mindfulness comes in. You can't be calling yourself names. But after we have switched and we're starting to be nicer to ourselves, we're loving ourselves, we have to study your habits. So take your bad habit. I want you to answer. Leave a comment below. What reward are you getting from your habit? If it's eating, the most common rewards that I see are you give your mind a break from thinking. You realize that your mind needs a break from thinking, right? You can't just focus all day, 24 hours a day. Your brain doesn't work that way. Your brain will force you to eat, or it'll force you to watch YouTube videos to stop thinking. Now, there might be other benefits, like playing video games. Why do you think people play video games? Perhaps it's because there's a benefit where they are no longer bored. Perhaps they're all alone, and that when you're alone and you play video games, the loneliness goes away. Maybe if you're sleeping in and you just sleep in way too long, maybe you're too tired. Maybe you're trying to avoid something. I don't know. There are many, many, many rewards, and we need to study them. Your bad habit is giving you a reward. It's probably giving you 5 or 10 rewards. And you need to be kind to yourself so that you can study what rewards you're getting from your habit. So if you have a bad habit that is stressing you out, you need to be honest and kind and say, hey, there's a reason I'm doing this bad habit. Let me try to understand why. Why am I doing this? What am I getting out of this bad habit? I see this all the time with people who want to stop their sugar addiction. They keep on eating sugar and they come to me and they say, man, I can't stop eating sugar. Help me stop. And I ask them, well, what are you getting out of sugar? And they say, I'm not getting anything. I hate eating sugar. And I say, no. One part of you hates eating sugar, but there's another part of you that loves eating sugar. The part that loves eating sugar, what does that part get? And then we explore. Maybe the person is bored, and when they think about getting a popsicle or a piece of cake, they get excited. So they're bored, and then they get excited. That's a huge benefit. And so we have to study your habits. But, this is a really important thing right here. Your habits are like a spinning wheel. So when we start to be kind to yourself, when you start to study your habits, the wheel is going to keep spinning, but it's going to slow down. It's going to keep spinning, but it's going to slow down. So you're going to keep doing your bad habit, even if you are being kind to yourself, even if you are trying to study your habits and learning your rewards and so forth. It's going to keep spinning. It's going to go slower and slower. But you're going to keep doing it. So it's really important that we have an expectation that the habit is not just going to stop. It's not just going to come to a stop like a skidding car that stop on the brakes. No. The habit is going to keep going on. And the habit is going to keep going until we know really, truly. Like, look at me right here. I'm looking at the camera in the eye. You have in your heart a valid emotional need. That need, whether it's for respect, whether it's for purpose in your life, whether it's for less stress, whether it's for relaxation, maybe it's a feeling of safety. You have a need in your heart, and that need is not being met. And when your need does not get met, when you have a need for friendship and you aren't having any friends around you, there is going to be pain in your heart. And the benefit of whatever your bad habit is that it temporarily covers up the pain. So we need to study, what is the bad habit getting me? What is that? Where, like, you got to feel in your heart, you got to feel in your body. What is the pain? Like, what do I need? If you're eating food or you're sleeping in, what do I really need? In this moment, what do I really need? Is it safety, respect, companionship, a break from thinking? Is it less stress in your life? Maybe it could be a mixture of all these things. Now, the third step, let's just recap real quick. You got to be nice to yourself. When you're nice to yourself, that you can then study your habits. When you can study your habits, you can see what you need. You can see that there's something missing, and that you're trying to fill that what's missing. It's like there's a crater that goes down, and you're trying to fill that crater with food, with sleep, with video games. But you can't fill that crater with those things. Those are temporary things that are just like drugs. They evaporate after you eat them or watch them. And so you need to study your habits so you understand what you're really missing in life. And ultimately, the third step is then to do activities, do self-care routines that get you, that really fill the hole up in the right way, and that give you the same rewards as the food. So if you're bored and you eat food and it gives you excitement, well, food is not the real solution. You're bored. And so the routine would need to give you excitement as well. It would need to maybe, I don't know, you have to experiment. You have a routine that gives you excitement might be going to a comedy show where you can just sit in the back and watch. Maybe it's going to the movies. I don't know. But the point, the mentality here too, circling back to the first point in this idea of being kind and curious, a big thing is being patient. Remember that spinning wheel. That spinning wheel is going to keep on spinning. It's going to keep on spinning 1,000 times, tens, hundreds, 1,000 times. You need to expect that. You need to really be in here for the long haul. You need to be kind to yourself. Like, even if you do the habit 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times, every time you do the bad habit, you need to ask yourself, why am I doing this? What am I missing in my life that makes me want to eat or sleep or play video games so much? And so you keep on asking yourself this question, and you say, and then you come up with like an idea. You say, oh wow, I'm lonely, so that's why I'm playing video games. You know what I better do instead? I better call someone. Or maybe you're bored, so you know what, maybe I should try to find like a group to join so I'm not so bored. Or maybe you're freaking tired, so you need to find a way to give your brain a break from thinking. So you keep on doing these you keep on going through this circle of bad habit after bad habit after bad habit, but every time you get a little wiser. You say, okay, I tried watching a movie last time and I still felt like crap. That didn't work. But maybe I didn't really need to watch a movie. Maybe I needed to just go on a walk outside. And so you experiment with different self-care activities, different ways of taking care of your body and mind. So let me know. This is a complex topic. It's a complex topic, but let me know your thoughts. Have a good day. Peace.